Owing to large public outcry and sentiment over Sushant Singh Rajput's death, the central agency now, the CBI, has now jumped in to investigate every minute detail into Sushant Singh Rajput's death. In fact, there are 4 people who are very close to Sushant Singh Rajput who can be very crucial in this investigation. These 4 people have been summoned by the CBI. They are now being investigated. They can reveal details as to what really went behind Sushant Singh's death. The first person here is Sidharth Pitani, very important person who knows a lot about Sushant Singh Rajput. He's said to be the closest friend of Sushant Singh, and he also was staying in Sushant's house. He was present at his house on the day Sushant was found hanging in his room. In fact, he has said very categorically that Sushant wasn't in touch with his family before he died. And then you have Sushant Singh Rajput's cook, Neeraj. He's been living in Sushant Singh's house. He's been appointed by Sushant since May 2019, and he's revealed to the investigative agencies and also to the police that Sushant was unwell during the time of his death. And then you have Samuel Miranda, who's quite an important person here. He's been the house manager of Sushant Singh Rajput. He's been working for him for a while. He was appointed by Rhea Chakraborty herself, and he is now being summoned by the Enforcement Directorate to see if there's any money mishandling or mismanagement that's happened under his watch. And then, of course, you have Riya Chakravarti herself, who is the center focus here, the prime accused. She's been investigated by the Enforcement Directorate for money laundering allegations made by Sushant's family. She's also now being probed by the CBI on charges of abatement to suicide. In fact, right now, Rhea Chakraborty is being summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. She's also appeared for the summons, and there are several angles that the ED is probing into. Of course, the property that she's purchased is in Mumbai, where the ED says the income that she earns is not proportionate to the property that she's bought. Now, the ED summons have come at a time when the probe agency have accessed Riya's income tax return file, which shows that she had purchased 2 properties in Mumbai. But Rhea has now issued a clarification on the same before the ED. She's claimed that she has taken a loan of 60 lakh rupees to buy those properties. She says she's used that loan amount to buy a 550 square feet flat, which actually cost 85 lakh rupees. Now, the second flat was registered under her father's name, Ritesh Shah, where she's said to have bought it at a cost of 60 lakh rupees, a 1,130 square feet flat. Meanwhile, the CBI too is speeding up the case. They're intensifying their probe. They've re-registered an FIR by the Patna police, where 6 of them have been accused in the FIR. This includes Rhea herself being the prime accused, Rhea's father, Indrajit Chakravarti, Rhea's brother, Showik Chakravarti, Rhea's mother, Sandhya Chakraborty, and then Sushant Singh Rajput's former business manager, Shruti Modi, has also been accused and charged in the FIR. And then you also have Samuel Miranda, who is the house manager of Sushant Singh Rajput, who was in fact hired by Rhea Chakraborty herself. The 6 of them have been charged in the FIR, which includes allegations like criminal conspiracy, abatement to suicide, wrongful confinement, theft, criminal breach of trust, cheating, and criminal intimidation. Allegations of 15 crore rupees, which has been allegedly siphoned off Sushant Singh's bank accounts and credited into unknown accounts, is currently being probed. While India Today did speak to Sushant Singh's chartered accountant, he said that Sushant may not have had that money in the first place. But nonetheless, it appears that Sushant Singh Rajput's probe, the ED as well as the CBI are leaving no stone unturned to investigate every angle. While Rhea, initially resisting ED summons, has now finally appeared. She initially asked for a postponement, wanting to wait until the Supreme Court took up the hearing and heard her case. Only then did she want to record a statement with the Enforcement Directorate, but the Enforcement Directorate had no mood to give her that leeway. They quashed her request, and eventually Rhea attended the summons. She's also recorded her statement, and it appears she looks confident, while the ED and the CBI are also relentless.